Uber Boat by Thames Clipper is London's fast, scenic river bus service running along the Thames, offering both commuter transport and sightseeing routes across 24 piers. It's one of the best ways to move through central London while enjoying uninterrupted skyline views. The River Thames is one of the deepest, longest, and most significantly charged histories of any river in Europe. Its story is the story of London itself. Roman conquest, medieval trade, imperial expansion, industrial might, and modern renovation all flow along this single waterway. The Thames Valley was inhabited long before written history, with evidence of prehistoric settlements and ritual activity along its banks. The river's name likely comes from Proto-Celtic Temesa, meaning dark, a reference to its deep, slow waters. The Romans invaded Britain in AD 43, advancing along the Thames. They established Millennium at the first reliable, fordable point, creating a strategic port and military base there. The first bridge across the Thames was built by the Romans, entirely of wood, near the site of today's London Bridge. The river became a vital artery for trade, troop movement, and administration. After Rome withdrew, London declined and its bridge fell into disrepair. Viking raids repeatedly targeted the Thames, exploiting its access to the city's wealth. In 866, King Alfred the Great drove out the Vikings and rebuilt London, restoring the bridge and reviving trade. The river became London's commercial lifeline, lined with wharves, warehouses, and shipyards. It also served as a ceremonial stage for royal pageants, processions, and state events. London Bridge evolved into a bustling urban structure with houses and shops built along it. As England expanded overseas, the Thames became the gateway to the British Empire. The Port of London grew into one of the busiest ports in the world. The river hosted naval displays, royal barges, and major civic ceremonies. Ice fairs were held on the frozen Thames during the Little Ice Age. Massive industrialization transformed the riverbanks with factories, docks, and railways. Pollution reached crisis levels, accumulating in the Great Stink of 1858, which spurred the creation of Joseph Bazalgette's revolutionary sewer system. Victorian engineers reshaped the Thames embankments, giving central London much of its modern riverfront. After World War II and the rise of container shipping, the Port of London declined and many docks closed. The East London docklands fell into disuse until the late 20th century when redevelopment began. The docklands regenerated, created Canary Wharf, and revitalized the river corridor. The Port of London had been the principal gateway of the British Empire until the 1940s and 50s. The Thames is now a cultural corridor lined with museums, theaters, promenades, and modern architecture. River transport like Uber by Thames Clipper has reactivated the Thames as a functional urban artery. The river remains central to London's identity, connecting Westminster, the City, Tower Bridge, Canary Wharf, Greenwich, and the Thames Barrier. The River Thames is one of the most historically layered and symbolically powerful rivers in the world, a natural spine that has shaped London's identity from Roman Londinium to the modern metropolis. It's also a perfect canvas for the kind of ceremonial, architectural, and narrative overlays you enjoy building. The River Thames is England's longest river, flowing 215 miles from Thames Head in Gloucester to Thames Estuary. It passes through major towns including Oxford, Reading, Windsor, Kingston, and London. Tidal up to Teddington, meaning the North Sea's influence reaches deep into London. London exists because of the Thames, its formidable point, its trade routes, and its defensible banks. Every era of the city radiates from it. For centuries, the Port of London was the gateway of the British Empire. The docks along the Thames handled global trade until the mid-20th century. The Thames is a ceremonial river as it has long served as a stage for royal pageants, state funerals, naval displays, and jubilee flotillas. It's London's liquid processional route. Today, the river links Westminster to South Bank to the City of London to Tower Bridge to Canary Wharf to Greenwich to the O2 to Thames Barrier. Each node is a chapter in London's renovation. The River Thames Society divides the Thames River into 5 sections: the Upper Thames, the Middle Thames, the Old Windsor to Teddington section, the Tidal Thames, and Estuary. Upper Thames is rural from the source to Mapledurham. The Middle Thames consists of towns including Reading, Henley, and Windsor. In the stretch from Old Windsor to Teddington, the river widens, approaching London. The Tidal Thames is London's historic and modern heart, while the estuary is the broad, industrial, and open to the North Sea. From the river, you will see London's vertical story unfold. There's medieval sites such as the Tower of London, Victorian sites such as the Tower Bridge, modern structures such as the Shard and City Towers, and postmodern financial core such as Canary Wharf. The Thames is London's ceremonial spine, stretching from Westminster to South Bank to City to Tower to Greenwich. A horizontal procession through political, cultural, financial, and maritime power. The river is the clearest expression of London's resilience, from Roman port to medieval trade to imperial docks to post-industrial decline to cultural renaissance to modern riverfront living. Westminster, Canary Wharf, and Greenwich are all river nodes, and the Thames is the binding thread that turns them into a single story. The TripAdvisor River Thames page is a central hub for booking experiences and reading traveler feedback on the river's top-rated activities. Check out some of the top-rated experiences. Thames Clipper is the river's modern transport system, Uber by Thames Clipper, which transforms the Thames into a functional urban artery, letting you travel the ceremonial access by water. There are 21 vessels in the Uber boat fleet, and each one has its own unique color and weather or space-themed name. The fleet includes Earth Clipper, the UK's first hybrid high-speed ferry, Aurora for accessibility, Hurricane Clipper, the one with the most distinguished career, and Venice, the flagship vessel. Spot many of London's must-see sites along the route through central London, including the House of Parliament, Big Ben, London Eye, Tate Modern, the Shard, Tower of London, and Tower Bridge. Take in London's top sights from the comfort of your seat or step outside to enjoy the views from Uberboat by Thames Clipper's open back deck, with the option of hopping on and off at 24 piers along the River Thames. You can quickly and easily explore many of London's top attractions. Venture east to discover the modern skyscrapers of Canary Wharf among the historic London Docklands, before reaching the picturesque Greenwich, which is home to the National Maritime Museum, Cutty Sark, Royal Observatory, the O2, and more unique attractions. Travel west and you will see the iconic Battersea Power Station, stylish Chelsea Harbour, and the leafy neighbourhood of Putney, among other riverside areas. When you look at the route map, you'll see different colored lines indicating which boats stop where. This is based on the frequency of the services. If you're sticking to the main tourist areas, you can hop on any boat and use any route. If you want to travel further afield, you'll need to make sure that your boat is running to your destination. Check out the route key on the map to figure out what's what. In general, you'll find that the yellow route goes from Putney to central London, and the purple route goes from central London to Barking. Major piers in central London include Westminster, South Bank, City of London, Tower, Canary Wharf, and Greenwich. The Westminster Pier is located near the Big Ben and Parliament. The South Bank Pier is located near the London Eye or Waterloo Pier. Here you can get better views of the London Eye and South Bank Centre. For Tate Modern and St. Paul's Cathedral, you'll want to get off at Blackfriars, Bankside, and London Bridge City Pier. For the Tower of London, get off at Tower Pier, and here you can also explore the Tower Bridge as well. The Canary Wharf Pier is the gateway to the UK's financial district. The Greenwich Pier is another popular pier. Here you can visit popular attractions such as the Cutty Stark, the Royal Observatory, Greenwich Park, and Maritime Museum. The location of the departure point depends on the service you wish to take. Services depart every 20 to 30 minutes from major London piers. Services run 7 days a week, 363 days a year. Weekdays 5:30 a.m. to last departure at 10:32 p.m. and weekdays 8:10 a.m. and last departure at 10:40 p.m. You can buy tickets for the Uber boat by Thames Clipper using the booking button on the page. Choose between point-to-point ticket, return ticket, or for the best value for money. Book an all-day hop-on hop-off pass if you're interested in doing the hop-on hop-off option, or you can book a 2-day hop-on hop-off pass and save 50% on your second day. A one-way ticket for Uber boat is €10.80 per ticket. For convenience, guests can also pay by contactless payment or Oyster card. Enjoy riverside views and an elegant afternoon tea experience at the Clipper Lounge. Tuck into a selection of sweet and savory delights, including a sandwich platter, scones with jam and cream, tea or coffee, or a glass of champagne, gin cocktail, or a soft drink. If you plan to cruise the River Thames by Uber boat by Clipper, use my link to find out more information on how you can purchase tickets. Admire the views of London's most iconic sites with a cruise on the River Thames. Take a one-way or return cruise from Westminster to Greenwich and see the sights of London from the Thames. Listen to a downloadable audio commentary as you admire monuments like the Tower of London. Use my link to book this River Thames cruise from Westminster to Greenwich through Get Your Guide. Cruising down the River Thames is one of the most rewarding ways to experience London because it gives you uninterrupted views of the city's most iconic landmarks, a relaxing break from crowds, and a historic perspective on how London grew along its river. It's consistently recommended by travel experts as a top-tier sightseeing experience. You can cruise the River Thames, visit all the listed attractions in Greenwich, and wrap up your day in Canary Wharf for an eventful and journeyful day.